Relatives forced to watch here from the States as this all plays out, saying they're left feeling helpless at times. Latasha Givens talked to the family of a police officer who in the Bahamas, his home was destroyed and just nothing he could do about it, Latasha.
That's right, Cheryl. The family says the officer moved from another police department in Nassau to work in Abaco, one of the hardest hit areas. Now her entire home was destroyed. Pierre Toussaint says a relative sent him this video showing the aftermath as Hurricane Dorian crashed through Abaco. His aunt Jocelyn Smith is a police officer there. The home she shares with her daughters and grandchildren was destroyed. He also says he has a dozen relatives in Nassau who narrowly missed Dorian's path. Toussaint says he has limited communication with his relatives through a family chat group. He says he feels helpless because of the distance.
Bahamas has 800 islands, so these are islands that are all separated by water, so it's not easy to bring family with you. So they almost have to endure it, have to weather the storm, through the downs of it, and then wait till after.
And residents who are safe and out of the clear are now worried about their jobs as tourism is one of the top industries in the Bahamas. Coming up at 6, the emotional phone call the officer made to her relatives.
All right, we'll see you at 6, Latasha. Thank you.